Hi everyone, and welcome back to another healthy keto eating show. New recipe, information, and story time. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, great to see you. Great to be back in doing another healthy keto eating show for you guys. This one here at the end, so wait for the end, we'll have the recipe because I am now starting to do some sermons on Sunday. We'll see how this works out. I did just get done making that video and it'll go up Sunday, so that's why you'll see me in this same outfit. I'm making both videos, this and the one I just did for the sermons I did for the Bible reading and just talking about God. I was wearing the same outfit, so it's exactly the same day. Usually how I do my recipe and healthy keto eating show in one day like that. You're going to get both. So yeah, I'm wearing the same thing. Don't worry. It's the same day. I do change my clothes. But it seemed to turn out great. I hope you guys will enjoy the reading I did for you guys. I did it on courage and faith, you know, with everything we're going through. So I hope you guys will enjoy the verses I read to you and the things I explained. Yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that. If you do enjoy it, let me know down below after you watch the first one and let me know how much you like that. I want to continue to do that. I would, you know, as close as I'm drawing to God, I want to preach that to all of you guys, you know. No false prophet here. I just feel the power of God and I want to be able to share it with you guys. Now, believe me, don't give the glory to me. It all comes from God and the reading I do comes from the good word of God. So give the glory to him and I hope that I can, you know, help to inspire other people to draw closer to him and get their life better with God and to fear not and not be afraid of anything, like, you know, a lot less afraid of things and to have that faith. So, but anyways, if you're new to my channel, right there is the red subscribe button. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell underneath it so you're notified of all of my uploads. Share around my channel since I teach keto and Bible, you know, scriptures and stuff like that. I'd like to get, you know, more people drawn to the Lord. So please share around my channel. It is growing. Thank God for that. I've been praying for that. It's definitely growing. And also, if you enjoyed this video, shoot me a thumbs up. So I got an interesting recipe here. It is shrimp done with goat cheese and zucchini noodles. So you'll see in the slideshow. Now, if you don't like goat cheese, if you are a person that don't, I know one of my good friends, Jennifer, who sent me this wonderful book here and is a good friend of mine. She doesn't like the goat cheese. I love it. I love the tartness of it. You can use cream cheese in place of that. Do it exactly the same way. Use a half a pack of cream cheese. I'll explain that at the end in this, you know, the slideshow. But I made this one spicy with cayenne pepper. If you don't like it spicy, then you're also not going to add the cayenne. I will explain that at the end as well for you guys. So, but I've got it made 2 servings. You definitely could make that into 1 serving if you're doing 1 meal. Like I do 1 meal a day, but because I'm doing other things with it, I did split it with my husband because he loves hot, spicy, and seafood stuff. So I'm saving a serving for him. But the whole pan was only 6 carbs. The entire pan was only 6 carbs. Yes, you guys, 6 carbs with the cheese and everything. And it'll be the same if you use cream cheese. Cream cheese is exactly the same carb count. So it'll be the same. So my plate right here is only the serving that I got is only 3 net carbs. And then I've paired it with 3 tomatoes here, some steak tomatoes. I've cut kind of thinly sliced. They're a little bit thicker, but kind of thinly sliced. And then I get pre-sliced the mozzarella cheese. I didn't know it came pre-sliced, you guys. The fresh mozzarella ball, it comes pre-sliced at Walmart. So now I get it pre-sliced, so because it's kind of hard to cut mozzarella cheese, so they pre-slice it. And then I've got underneath it, instead of doing the olive oil that I did before, and salt and pepper, I've got salt and pepper and mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise on tomatoes. So I got a good source of fat there because I need the fat since I'm doing 1 meal a day and I'm in maintenance mode. I need the fat. So I've got the mayo and that. And then I'm going to also have a 2 Good yogurt. I'm doing the coconut one here, and I have a serving of macadamia nut and chocolate chips, the Lily milk chocolate chips. And then I'm going to have a Quest cookie, but I'm going to make it into one of those ice cream sandwiches, I think. So I just have it on here to show you guys so I can tell you the carb count on everything for that. But I probably will eat the ice cream off, you know, after it's all done. But the total carb count that I got then was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is it 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 net carbs total. Now I'm doing 1 meal a day. We do 20 carbs or less. I'm only having 1 meal. I go 24 to 25 hours without food, so I can do it all in 1 meal. But I do recommend that if you do more than 1 meal a day, that you try to keep it at 6 carbs or less in a meal then so that your body can burn that off. I have plenty of time to burn it off. I've got 24 hours after I eat this to burn it off. So like I said, I've got, 17 carbs, 17 total net carbs. And I go by net, which is where you can deduct the dietary fiber. You can deduct alcohol sugars when they're done with the right sugar. The stevia, the erythritol, or the monk fruit, you can deduct that and the dietary fibers off of things. And then that's what you add your carb, then it is lower. So my carb is actually going to be over that, but I do net. I've done net through my whole journey. I've been ketogenic for over 4 years. November 4th will be 5 years for me that I've been ketogenic. In November 4th, 2015 is when I started. In a short 15 months, I lost under 150 pounds. I don't know what I'm saying. In under 15 months, I lost over 150 plus pounds, and today I sit at over 170 plus pounds. I was 300 pounds, basically 1 pound shy of that, of 300 pounds when I started. I am 5'3", 5'2.5", 5'3", right around there, and I weighed almost 300 pounds. You might as well have said I was 300 because I was like 299.4. So I was almost 300. I now sit between 128 and 130. I went from a size 3X down to a size small to extra small, and a size 24 jean down to a size 2 to 4. And I'm 44 years of age. That's right. Today actually is my son's birthday. It's the 29th today. My son turned 22. I was actually 22 years old when I delivered him. So he is now the age I was when I actually pushed that little squirt out. He is now 22 years of age. I'm so proud of him. Dylan, I'm very proud of you. Happy 22nd birthday, sweetheart. When you guys get this, of course, it's going to be late, but his birthday is May 29th. So that's what today is May 29th. And my son came to see me. It was great to see him. Got big hugs. And I'm very proud of the man he's become. Very proud of you, Dylan. I don't know if he watches my videos, but if he does, honey, I'm very proud of the man you've become. And continue to walk with God. Keep God in your heart, sweetheart. My son is very godly as well. So, but anyway, so yeah, I lost the weight and I feel great. And I've been teaching, how to do it. I was taught from a keto doctor to keto nutritionist and my brother who teaches this as a job, and all of the studying I've done myself on that ketogenic wasn't designed for everybody to eat the same fat macro, okay, or even the protein. All right, everybody's going to be 20 carbs or less. That's how you stay in a state of ketosis, which is just a big word for fat burning mode. Your body's always burning fat for fuel. But if you are in weight loss or maintenance or trying to gain, you're all going to eat different for your fat macro, okay? Your body's going to be your fat if you're in weight loss. So you're going to eat lower fat. Now, what I recommend for people is like 75 to 100 grams, where they recommend 75 to 85%, which is 110 to like 150, 160 grams is pretty high up there that they recommend everybody to eat. Well, that's why people in the beginning will lose weight and then they stall out for years and years and years and slowly lose weight and will never get to goal, okay? If you want to get to goal quickly and you're, even worried about loose skin, don't worry about that. If you're adding fasting in, intermittent fasting, which is at least a 16-hour fast, but don't worry about that in the beginning. Get good and fat adapted. Do this way of life for a couple of months, 6 to 8 weeks, and then start incorporating fasting. Start with 6 hours, 8 hours, do it through the night when you're sleeping, and then get to 16-hour fasting. It's pretty easy to do if you stop eating like a certain time, like around 7 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night. You don't eat till like noon the next day. Yeah, it's easy. You're hitting those 16-hour windows then. I do 24-hour, but try to at least get the 16-hour. Fasting is wonderful. Once you hit 18 hours, you're hitting autophagy. Then that's where it's going to eat old cells. And old cells is also to do with loose skin. That's why I don't have a lot of loose skin. If you look in my video, my 4-year journey, I do show my stomach, my arms. I just recently did a video and showed it again. I don't hardly have anything for losing over 170 pounds at my age. When I started the diet, I was 40 years old, just shy of my 40th birthday. So if I can do it, you can do it. You won't have a lot of loose skin if you don't eat a lot of high fat and you do intermittent fasting. Let your body eat its own fat. That's your energy source. So instead of eating 110 to 160 or 80 grams, whatever you're going to eat of fat grams, don't do that. Eat 75 to 100 grams of fat a day. If you're a man and you're heavier, or a woman and you're a lot heavier, you could do more closer to the 100. But as you're losing, go down. Dr. Berg recommends don't going any lower on the ketogenic than 75 grams. But I did go as low as 50. My doctor was working with me to lose the last 15 pounds. I went down to 50 because I still had fat in my body. If you have fat, that is your fat source, okay? And my doctor is a keto doctor. She said it would be okay, and I was okay to do that. So you just want to lower the fat out. Don't eat the 75 to 85% that they talk about. I'm teaching you to eat 75 to 100 grams a day, which is different, okay? Protein is always half your current body weight. So if you weigh 300 pounds, it's simple, 150 grams of protein. If you're working out, try to add a little more in. All right, you need that because you don't want your hair to fall out. You don't want things to go bad for you. You need your protein. Protein's the most the most important macro on this, which is fat, carb, and protein. Protein's the most important one. You can go lower for the fat. You can go 0 for carb. You don't even have to eat carbs. You can do carnivore. But you want to keep it 20 or less, and you want to keep your fat lower and use your body fat. And I teach that in every video. Once you hit maintenance like me, now you're going to add the fat, and you need it because you don't have fat in your body anymore. I really don't have any fat left. So now I need to eat the fat to have the energy because we don't eat carbs, which is our energy source. It's so low that you need the fat. But when you have fat on your body, you're going to have tons of energy. I had tons of energy. And I know thousands of people that have done it. I have myself helped over 2,000 people do it my way, and they're all as healthy as can be. I also am in on Facebook, a low carb, high fat diet, and there's a lot of people in there, thousands and thousands and thousands. I think like 800,000 people in there, all doing it lowering the fat if they're doing it for weight loss. And they're all doing fine. So you guys don't have to worry about that. I was taught professionally. I would never bring it to you unless I was taught professionally. So you are okay to do that. Your body fat is your fat source. And there are people out there that will disagree with me and say, no, 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 you need your fat. It's important. It's essential. Your fat on your body is your high fat. So why would you eat a bunch of fat? That doesn't make any sense, and it would take forever to get all your weight off. I know people that are taking years to get their weight off. I know people that come to me and ask for help and says, it's been years, I can't get it off. And it makes sense that you're supposed to lower it, and now they've got their weight off. They got all their weight off because they listened to me and they feel great, and now they're in maintenance mode eating wonderful foods. And I teach everyone how to lower things. Now, goat cheese isn't real high in fat. The zucchini isn't going to be high, and neither is the shrimps. But what I did add was 4 tablespoons of butter, which I got 2 tablespoons, and then the other serving, my husband would have got his 2 tablespoons, but you can go without that. You don't have to add the butter in there. Use a nonstick pan and don't use the butter. Now it's lower. The tomatoes here, don't do the mayonnaise. If you do the mayonnaise, do a light mayonnaise. Or, don't do a fat-free one, though. Do light mayo. That's going to save on the fat. Mozzarella is low in fat. The yogurt's fine. Don't do the nuts. Don't do the chocolate chips. Just eat the nuts, the yogurt plain. I'm sorry, just plain. And I wouldn't do the cookie oven, just do that once in a while. I wouldn't do the cookie oven because that is heavy fat. That one there is 17 grams, 10 saturated. So it's very high in fat, but I need that now. But these are things that you would do just once in a while if you wanted something like that, like I teach. But to lower the fat for this meal, it would be light mayonnaise, no butter, and the yogurt without the nuts and all of that. And if it was one meal, you want to add a little bit more stuff in then. Maybe have some egg whites. That would be lower fat. Just add in a few more things if you're doing one meal because you need to keep the calories up there, at least in the protein and all that, Well, actually, I'm wrong on that. You don't need to keep the calories up there. Everybody's going to be a certain deficit. If you need help, I link my email now below. I teach everybody. I put you in a macro deficit and all that. It's a deficit. Everybody's going to be in a certain deficit, a calorie deficit or whatever. But no, I don't start you off low if you're pretty high in weight. I don't start you off low. But the thing is you're going to lower the fat. That's what I was trying to say just a second ago. Is just you're going to lower that fat, but make sure you get, your protein, which is half the current body weight. Make sure you get the protein in and just, add things in that would be lower in fat. You want to eat lower lean meats. Stay away from cheeses except for mozzarella or like goat cheese or cheeses that are lower in fat. Mayonnaise, you want to stick with the light mayonnaise, light cream cheese. If you do this with cream cheese, you want to use a light cream cheese, like a third less fat cream cheese. You wouldn't use nuts and stuff like that. I mean, once in a while is okay, just not all the time. So be careful with that. So other than that, if you need extra help, down below. I'm going to try to make this video shorter now. We're going to read our prayers and promises for comfort and encouragement, and then we'll get on to our meal and our story time. This is on contentment. To enjoy your work and to accept your lot in life, that is indeed a gift from God. The person who does that will not need to look back with sorrow on his past, for God gives him joy. That is Ecclesiastes 5:20. That's really great. I like that. You know how God is saying the person who does that will not need to look back with sorrow on his past, you know? You don't want to look back on sorrow. The next one is Philippians 4:12 and 13. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. So that somebody has nothing or has plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether we feed or we're hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. And you can, whether you are rich or poor, no matter if you're, needing food or you're not needing food, whether you need, clothes, you're running out of things, or you have plenty of clothes. God is going to be your strength. He is going to get you through every aspect of life. And if you tithe, like God talks about, tithing 10% of your money, and yes, if you're a person that brings in $2,000 to $3,000, yes, God wants you to tithe $200 to $300 a month, and he will give you back tenfold. No, I don't mean he's going to be loading you up with money, but he's going to make sure you financially are set. He's going to make sure that you have what you need, all your needs are met, and God will. I'm living proof of it. I am now tithing. I used to tithe, but never 10%. I am now doing 10%, and we're fine. Me and my husband are completely fine. We don't have nothing in need right now, nothing in need. God has blessed us eternally. It is very important. It's in the Bible that you need to tithe 10% of your monthly growth that you bring home. You need to tithe. It's important, 10%. It says it right in the Bible. If you want to be faithful to God, that's a way to be faithful to God, is tithing. To your church. If you don't go to church, give it to a family member that needs it, a friend that needs it, a homeless person. Give it to a church. Just go to a church and give it to it. Somehow tithe your 10%. Okay? And try to find a church. We need to be in church. And now churches are opening since the president did that. It always should have been essential. God is essential. Over abortion clinics and liquor stores, God is much more essential. The other side says, God, I understand that the purpose of this season is not just to transition me into the next season, regardless of what is coming or what I am aiming at. You have a purpose for today. And God does. Every day he has a purpose. We're going through this tough time right now, and he has a purpose. You have lessons you want to teach me and blessings you want to give me now. Please help me grow in contentment and appreciate what you have already done in my life. And boy, I appreciate all he has done. You need to learn to appreciate what God has done for you. God, if you are walking with God, and just waking you up in the morning and the sun shining, that's a blessing, you guys. That's a blessing. And keeping you away from this virus, praise God. I just named 3 in 1 second. Blessing after blessing after blessing, okay? Remember that. God does so much for us. Just waking us up is a blessing. Then the bottom says, how can you choose to be content with your life as it is right now? Because I have God. That's how I'm content. Because I have this good word of God that I continue to preach to you guys. I can't preach enough. You want to live a good life? Right here. This is the best life I've ever been living since I turned my life over to God. Live for him. Have faith. Pray. Spend time alone with him. Read scripture. Write it down. Start your day. Go through your day and end your day with Christ. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to live the best life ever. Read scripture, though. It's important. The Bible is important. You can't go throughout life without reading this. No newspaper, no dictionary, no internet, no TV, no media, no nothing is going to teach you how to live life like this will. Okay? Read scripture. Don't put it on CD. Read it. You need to read it. Underline things that you like. Put it in your pocket. I write things down. I've got another one that I really liked was Mark 11:22-24. I want you to read that one. Okay? I got it with me today because I really liked it and I'm carrying it with me. I love it. Get your life right, guys. Get your life right with God. Our world is getting crazy. I live here in Minnesota. I'm sure you guys have heard what's going on here. Very crazy time right now going on. Very sad. But God is still in control. He's still in control. Okay? And I am not going to fear. This is not a time of fear. If you guys have been watching the news, I live in Minnesota. I live very close to what happened. But God is still in control. I pray for the family. I'm praying for the situation. And I'm fearing not. And my husband, this was really cool. It says down here, it says, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. 1 Corinthians 2:9. And look at, I love how he did this drawing. There's the cross. Jesus died on the cross for us. We cannot get to heaven without going through Christ. He is our way, the way, the truth, and our life. Okay? The way, the truth, and our light. Way, the truth, and light, or way, the truth, and life. Okay? Life, yep. This is how you get to heaven. Through Jesus, who died on the cross for us. That's how you get to heaven. You see how he wrote that out? Man, God. That's how you get to heaven. Walking with Jesus and believing that he died on our cross. Died on a cross for us. I love how my husband wrote that out. That's awesome. So, anyways, let's get eating. I'm sure my food is cooled off by now. I am having a orange cream clear American water. I love these. These are done with the aspartame. I don't really do well with sucralose. A lot of people don't, especially when you get down lower in weight. I did okay in the beginning though. It's weird. But I can still have it. It doesn't kick me out. It just kicks me down a little bit. I don't need to worry. I'm in maintenance. And all that means is your color on a ketone strip. If you urinate on it, the darker the color, the more fat you're burning, the lighter the color. You know, just the less fat you're burning. If you're negative, then you're not in ketosis. So you want to check that. And you want to do it hours after you eat. Maybe first thing in the morning after you've ate something. Do it first thing in the morning to check to see if it didn't kick you, or late in the evening after you've eaten. But the best way to know is by doing with the Keto Mojo. Okay, that you can test immediately. You can drink this soda and then go ahead and test. And it's kind of like a diabetic machine. You poke your finger and you check it, and it'll tell you if it kicked you or not. Okay, and it is expensive though. It's $50 for the kit, and then once the strips are gone, it's $50. It's $1 a strip. $50. The ketone strips are only $6 at Walmart, or you can get it at any local drugstore. It's around $10 there. But I've always worked with just the ketone strips. I know when I'm in and out of keto, you'll learn as time goes on. You'll just feel it. You'll know. But I'm not really ever out. There's been a few times when I've had a cheat day, but in over almost 1,700 days, I've only had 9 cheat days. I know when I'm out of keto with that because obviously I ate off plan. Okay. But yeah, I've only had 9 in over almost 1,700 days. I've only had 9 of them. So that being said, what was I trying to get here? Oh, that's when I know I've been kicked. But basically throughout my journey, I've never really been kicked. I've kind of felt like a little bit of sinus pressure and stuff where I can kind of feel it's low. And then if I test in a strip, yeah, my color's more pink than dark. And I'm not, maybe don't have as much energy and stuff like that. But I know my body now, and you'll learn your body as you go along. So, but anyways, let's give this a try here. I haven't tasted it yet. Like I said, this is goat cheese, and the noodles are zucchini noodles. And it's amazing for a whole bag of zucchini noodles. With taking the dietary fiber off, it's only 3 carbs. So there's where it was 6 because of that, or 4, I'm sorry, 4 carbs. And then with the cream or the goat cheese, it was another 2 carbs. So that's what made it 6. But there it is right there, you guys. I'll stand up a little bit to show you. It's got the noodles and the shrimp in there and the goat cheese and cayenne pepper to make it spicy because I wanted it spicy. And yeah, I'm excited to try it. Ooh, that is good. Spicy. Yum. And then I did salt and pepper and oregano. But like I said, you'll see at the end the slideshow how to make it. I love goat cheese. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But if you don't like it, then you can use cream cheese in place of it. Half a pack. For this serving. And you could eat the whole serving if you were only doing 1 meal. You could definitely eat the whole serving because it's only 6 carbs for the whole thing. So I only have 3 carbs here. So you could eat the whole thing if you didn't have sugar. But like I said, I want to share it with my husband. So I did other things with mine. I love shrimp. I should have grabbed myself a knife. The fork will cut it fine. So, hope everybody is doing well and staying healthy and being smart with things opening up. I hope everybody's being smart. God does give us wisdom too. It says it in the Bible. Trust Lord is walking with you and helping you to not get this virus, but he also would say, read the Bible and you'll read about wisdom. Be smart. Don't go into big crowds over 10 people. Wash the hands, still wear the mask and all of that. Do things like that, washing your hands. And, we lock our doors. We wear seatbelts. We're not going to walk in front of a semi and say, God, save us. Keep us safe or whatever. You got to be smart too. So, let God do his work. These tomatoes are good. Like I said, it's a tomato, and it's one of those steak tomatoes. They call them steak tomatoes. And then it's got the, let me turn this, it's so bright. And it's got the mozzarella cheese on there and then the mayo. I love the taste of that together too. I've done it before with the olive oil, but oh, do I love the mayo. Can you even see that? God, there we go. Yum, yum, yum. I just need that light so you guys can see me good. So, what story are we going to tell? Sorry if it seemed like a little glitch there. My alarm went off. Knew that was going to happen. I have airplane mode on, but the alarms, it doesn't stop the alarms. That's just to tell me to take my vitamin. So, story time. All right. I am going to tell you guys, let's see here. I had a few in mind, and then I had one that I really wanted to say, and I lost it. I'll get it though, you guys. All that talking, I forgot. That's so funny. I forgot about it earlier, and then I thought of it again, and then I forgot again. I was going to write it down. I got to start writing it down. I do so much talking that I lose train of thought on that. That's so funny. What was it? Oh, I got it. Okay. You guys remember the movie? If you haven't seen it, definitely see it. But Adventures in Babysitting with Elizabeth Shue. Sorry, I'll say it again. Elizabeth Shue. My husband had a crush on her when he was younger. But do you remember that movie? If you don't, definitely watch it. It's really cute. It's an 80s movie. But anyways, it was funny. At the very end of the movie, she's got to hurry up and get back. She's got to clean up the house really quick and everything before the parents get there and everything. This will pertain to my story. I was like that. So I just want to tell you, I thought it was funny. It kind of reminded me of that movie. When I seen that movie, I thought, that's me. Okay, when my parents would leave, go to the grocery store, run errands, whatever, and, you know, us kids were home or whatever, or I was home alone, or I was watching my little brothers, I would have chores to do. You know, my parents, I'd get home from school or whatnot, or I was homeschooled too. But, you know, they wouldn't say, okay, well, we have to leave, we have to do this, but now you got to do your chores. And the second they would pull away, I'm peeking out the window, watching them. They're completely out of sight. Pick up the phone. And right away I was on the phone with, you know, boys and girls, probably mostly boys. It was mostly boys. I would have been around 15, 16 years old. And they would have a list for me of things I had to do when they were gone. You know, a list of chores I'd have to do, unless my chores were already done. But basically, no, this was, you know, they'd be leaving after we were done with our schoolwork and stuff. So they would leave, and I wanted to talk on the phone to boys. I was a girl, 15-year-old girl, you know. So I would get on the phone and I would start talking. And every 2 seconds, I'm running to the window to look, because I thought I heard something. And I'm looking, I'm going, oh, thank God they're not home, because I haven't cleaned yet. I got stuff I got to do before they get home. And, you know, I'd start talking and lose train of thought or whatever. I should have been working while I was talking, but back then we didn't have cordless phones. At least I don't think we did. No, I don't think our family did have a cordless one. This would have been early 90s. Because I was born in 75. So 75, 85 would have put me at 10. Yeah, 90. It would have been 90. So I don't think we had a cordless phone. Maybe, I honestly don't think we did, or it wasn't charged or something, or it would go dead, and I knew my parents would get mad if it went dead, so I never used that phone. So I would have to sit, you know, with the one with the cord and sit. I couldn't do my work then. And again, I'd hear the noise of a car. I go running, I'd look, and I go, oh, thank God it's not them. Well, of course, they're eventually going to come home. And all of a sudden I'd look around and go, oh my God, they're here, I gotta go. And I'd hang up really fast, and I would start running through the house as fast as I could, cleaning. As they're pulling up, coming up the drive, not the driveway, but the road. They had to come up the road, they had to park in the driveway, they had to, get out, they had to, bring in groceries. I mean, start grabbing things to bring in and stuff. So it would take a good, from when I hung up, a good, 3 to 5 minutes. In 3 to 5 minutes, I usually had the dishes done, the living room straightened up. I mean, there wouldn't be a lot of dishes, but I would have the dishes done, straighten up, wash up the counters really quick, straighten up the living room really quick. And then even if I had 1 or 2 more things done, I would just say, well, it was just taking me a little bit of time. But I don't know how I always would get a lot of it done. I don't even know. I was like superhuman or something. I have no idea how I could work that fast. I mean, you guys all know how good of a cleaner I am now. Maybe that's why. I've been cleaning the house since I was very young. I was the only girl. And Mom always taught me that women do the housework, men go out to work. So, I don't know how much... That's not get frog in my throat. I don't know how much she believes that now, because my stepdad helps my mom a lot. So, but she still believes in being a woman and, keeping your house clean for your man and for your husband and submitting to your husband and all that. So, but anyways, there was this time that my parents had just left. So I wasn't up looking out the window. Not just left, but they had been gone about a half hour, and I thought they were going to be gone for hours. They said they were going to be gone for hours. I think they forgot something and returned home. I didn't think I had to look that quick. And they came home, and in walks my mom. And I'm on the phone. Nothing is done. And I didn't get in big trouble for that, because I just started, they were going to be gone for a while. So I didn't get in trouble with that. But my mom said, you need to get off the phone. You need to get some stuff done. I told you can do that after you're done. Chocolate chips and macadamia nut on coconut. Yum. And it says, good times always. Good times always, you guys. So, I didn't get in big trouble, but they left. And she goes, you only have a little bit of chores to do. Like 40 minutes of work, and that's it, and you'll be done. We're going to be gone for hours. You have time to talk after that. Well, they left. I got back on the phone, and they were gone for hours then. And I kept looking, and they weren't home, and finally they pulled up. But I had missed them coming up the driveway. They were already in the driveway now, coming up the door. So now I literally have 30 seconds to clean. There's no way. I was trying to work as fast as I could, but no, I couldn't. I got in a lot of trouble for that. I got grounded because my mom said, we've been gone for 4 hours. You did nothing in that time. I told you to stay off the phone. So I got grounded. But yeah, this was something that went on for a long time before my parents caught on to what was going on. I know a few times they would come home and say, I mean, I know you got some of your chores done, but how come you didn't get everything done? I said, well, it just takes me time. No, they didn't catch on because it doesn't take me time at all. I just was talking on the phone all the way till I saw them pulling up. So, years later, I told them what I did. Of course, they could laugh then. But yeah, it was like the Adventures of Babysitting. I'd see them, throw everything down and start cleaning. And I would get a lot done in like 3 to 5 minutes. You know, sometimes they'd be outside a little longer, unloading a few things, maybe some things for the yard and stuff. But like 3 to 5 minutes, I'd have so much done. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. It's so funny what we do when we're young. So hilarious. Like, really, did I really think that I could just sit there for 4 hours on the telephone and then just have a whole bunch of housework? Well, of course, at that point, they were gone so long that they figured that a lot more work should have been done. All my work should have been done. While I was still working on it, they knew that I had been on the phone. So, I got in trouble and I got grounded. But yeah, it made me think of the movie Adventures in Babysitting. That was me. Working really fast to clean and get these dishes done and everything. It was funny. The silly things we do when we're young, or we can think we can get away with. That's funny. I figured you guys would like that story. It was cute, but it was always, hold on. Oh, thank God it's not them. Oh, I thought it was my parents. Okay, you know, and then blah, 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 you know, kick back, you know, your feet up in the air like the girls in the 80s, like on the telephone movies, like Who's the Boss, and all that, your feet kicked up in the air, you know, and you're just talking, and all of a sudden you hear a noise, and you jump up real quick. Oh, thank God it's not them. Oh, God, you know, I should probably get going. You know, you start saying, I should probably get going. I got some things. Yeah? Oh, yeah? Oh, my gosh. You know, and then you lose train of thought, or hang on a sec, I got a call, and then it'd be my girlfriend or something, and or another guy be talking to, flirting on the phone, and hang on. Oh, I thought my parents were home. I should probably get going because I have a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah? Oh, my gosh, you're serious? And then you just lose train of thought, you know? So, yeah, I got away with it a lot of times. But I got caught one of the other times, and yeah, they weren't happy with me. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I know it wasn't very long, but funny. I thought you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to make these videos shorter anyways, and it's probably not. Probably was still long. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Slideshow will be at the end, how to make it, super easy. And then I added things to it because I do one meal. Just remember that. I am going to make an ice cream sandwich out of this, but I'm going to get off and eat that. But stay true to God. Keep the faith. Draw nearer to Him. Read more scripture. Spend quality time alone. In a back room, reading, writing things down, drawing near to Him. He's going to help you get through all the hard times in life. He definitely will. And, keto, make sure you stay ketogenic. Get on board with it. It's definitely, we should be at our most optimal health during what's going on right now, and it definitely will help you, especially the fasting of it. But keto is really great. No scientific proof on it, but it's taking away diabetes and high blood pressure and, lung problems and things like that because we get rid of all the fluid off of it. So things that are going wrong with this, it really helps with that. So it'd be good to be at your most optimal health. So if you need help with either growing with God or this, down below I link my email. Make sure you give me an email, and I'd love to help you guys get started. Other than that, everybody take care. God bless. And I'll see each and every one of you in my very next upload. And I will continue to pray for you. And I hope you like the sermon tomorrow. Let me know what you think. It was my very first one. I wasn't really nervous. I'm not ever nervous to talk about God, but I wanted to make sure I said things correctly. And I did pray before doing it so that God would speak through me. So just let me know what you guys think. But other than that, I love you guys. God bless and take care. And always remember to keep it keto and stick with God. He'll never steer you wrong. Hi everyone, back with another new, simple, easy recipe, and it serves 1 to 2 people. I'm calling it creamy shrimp and zucchini dish. You will need 1 bag of the small raw shrimp, a bag of the frozen spiral zucchinis, a small thing of goat cheese or cream cheese, pink salt, pepper, oregano, and cayenne if you like it hot, and a fry pan with spatula. Let's get our fry pan heated up with 4 tablespoons of real butter on a heat a little higher than medium, and then add in your full bag of shrimp. You'll see the picture here in that melted butter, delicious. Add over heavily pink salt, light pepper, light oregano, and cayenne if you like it hot. Now let's heat up our zucchini in the microwave. It took 6 minutes in mine. And while that's going, once your shrimp is cooked, you want to drain all the juice off and then stick it back into your fry pan. Because when you see the zucchini here, zucchini is really wet, so squeeze out all the juice out of that too. You don't want this dish to be wet, so squeeze it really good. Then throw it into your fry pan with your shrimp. Continue to cook. Add the whole pack of goat cheese or a half a pack of cream cheese. Add over a more heavily pink salt, light pepper, and some more cayenne if you like it hot like I do. And then continue to just let it cook until the cheese is melted, stirring it occasionally. And when it's ready, go ahead and serve up. Now, it can be one serving. I made it into two. There it is there. And it was absolutely delicious, you guys. Now, if you don't like it hot, leave out the cayenne. And if you don't like goat cheese, then use a half pack of cream cheese. And the carb count on this was 6 net carbs for the entire dish. So that plate right there is only 3 net carbs. Definitely try this dish out. Super easy and super delicious. And always remember to keep it keto.